Well, good evening, everybody. You are very welcome to this special League of Ireland broadcast. We are here in the desert in Bahrain, and we have a very special event for you this evening. So for anyone that follows our social media, you'll know this has been in the pipework for quite a while, and tonight we will see the face-off between League of Ireland F1 and F1Liga.Slovenija. So there's a lot to talk about. First of all, most importantly, as Cav1892 is my name, I usually come with Joshinator 6000, but he's not here tonight, and instead we had to splash the cash, but we got ourselves a very special guest to join me in Mr. LOI Wheelo. How are we?
Good. I think everyone's been waiting for us to do comms, so first time, hopefully not the last of many,
That's it, the dream pairing, and
I just have, this for the Slovenian here, '09 Ghost is the first man out, so the first one on a lap time.
Yeah, so we've a huge amount to obviously talk about and go through. We have a lot of names to try learn and pronounce, and as I think people will notice straight off compared to our usual broadcasts, you'll see a whole host of cars out there in green and a whole host of cars out there in blue. So for anyone that hasn't worked that one out, we're in the green ourselves in League of Ireland. And
the rumour has it, Cav, that you're fluent in Slovenian.
I speak many languages. English is probably my worst. So yeah, we'll dip and dive as we go. But following BVB09 Ghost around here as he comes
and just
onto the back
for
straight.
Who's watching, if they could please like the stream for us, please.
Absolutely. And lads, I haven't streamed from my perspective before. So again, just a little audio check, etc. Hopefully everything sounds okay. But if not, give us a shout and we'll get things changed up.
Right.
But
come on, Cav, take us on a lap with Ghost there.
Yeah, so onto the main straight as he has his DRS wide open, coming straight down now into turn one. Heaviest braking zone on the circuit. He's going to be going right down through the gears. Esports drivers take it in fourth. Most people will take it in second. Up through the gears now. You're trying to get on the power early. Watch a little bump on the left hand side. Coming into the second DRS straight of your lap. And all the way down now into this tricky right hander. You're going to drop usually to third gear, get the car rotated through. Careful on the exit. Is an overtaking opportunity as we've yellows in sector 3. You want to throw the car just a little bit over this curb now to steer in. Usually drop the fourth. Car now drops into the left in fifth, and then you're braking heavily down, usually into third or even second. And this uphill traction zone, again, another tricky one. Down now into the hardest part of the circuit. Downhill left-hander, turn 10. Very easy to lock up in here. And you're on to now the third DRS straight. Again, you'll see lots of overtaking down here as we watch a very tidy lap so far from BBV09 Ghost. And he's going to drop into fourth gear, probably use all the curbs on the right, even down into third for extra rotation. Track now continues to flow, and you have to watch this curb on the right hand side, one of the death curbs on this track for sure. Down into fourth, usually cut as much of this inside curb as you can. Straight on the power, and now you have two consecutive straights where it's going to be flat to the mat. Tidy lap so far. Let's see what sort of time he's going to post as his final braking of the lap.
Jack Hurston's will be the first of the LOI lads to cross the line as well then.
Great stuff. We'll jump on to Jack now then as his DRS wide open to the line, a 1:28.6. So good initial banker as Jack now coming to set a valid time
as well. Connor's just looking if you could turn the game value down a little. Is a little low.
The game volume, he wants that up, does he? As we watch Jack come to the line here.
Yeah, a little bit up if you can.
Cool, let's see if we can work some magic.
And then Balbor or something, 28.8. And there goes Fanjo, 28.1, so on the provisional pole.
Hopefully that's better now, Connell. Let me know if that's loud enough. Probably too loud. You let me know.
Next. McLox is coming around the last corner now soon.
McLox, another LOI tier 1 driver. Has flown up through the tiers the last few years. DRS again wide open, gets a nice exit onto the main straight, and Maglox in 28.5. So at the moment, top 4 positions all locked out by LOI drivers.
But what is a certain LOI Tommy doing? So just as I said it, there you go.
So Tommy to the top of the boards. And while most of our coverage will focus on the LOI lads, because the Slovenian gents are also doing their own broadcast, we will give Big Pro Gamer a little bit of coverage and see how he gets on as he approaches the final turn 15. And he goes into P9, so
C-Bucks is on a lap.
Yeah. He's already done one. Must have invalidated. So let's see his second attempt here, if he has the fuel to do so. He's
Something you
boring.
know well about, Cav.
Oh, sure, look. If I wasn't here streaming, someone would be talking about it. Absolutely. I'm prone to running out of fuel. Happens every season.
Look, I've done it myself, so I'll join the club.
I just like to cut things fine. Don't like carrying any excess. No waste fuel in my car. So let's have a look now at how C-Bucks gets on. He's out of ERS.
You're a little toe down the straight.
Yeah, that's perfect. Thanks, Connell. Ryan, appreciate it. Hope everyone's well. The usual, lads, if you can give the stream a like. If you're not a subscriber, you certainly should be. You're not welcome in here unless you're a subscriber, so hit that button. As C-Bucks coming to the line now. 29-2. Obviously not having the ERS will have hurt them.
So, who's going to be on an out wrap? Kimi. Matsky.
Yep, so I don't know a huge amount, Wheelo, about a lot of the Slovenian drivers, but what I do know is Kimi is their champion. So 2 times back-to-back champion in F1Liga.Slovenia, so he's certainly one of the men to watch out for. And at the moment, top 5 positions locked out by LOI, so very impressive bankers by the lads.
Be interesting to see then what he can do here, El Kimi.
Yeah, exactly. What do you make of the livery that they've put together? Very nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not bad now. It's not bad. The game doesn't give you as much options as I think we'd all like, but they've certainly put a nice Slovenian set of colours together. So Kimi coming now onto the last couple of kinks. Turn 14 and 15, they come fast together. Down usually into Tourt. He'll want a good exit here to carry as much speed as possible down onto the main straight. ERS activated, DRS activated, and away he goes. So let's see how Kimi does.
How will he take turn 1 here?
Very tidy, very smooth, gets on the power nice and early. Carrying lots of speed down now onto the 4th straight. He has his own driver in the way. Yeah, very nicely coordinated. That'll have gained him a few hundreds for sure. Very tight on the inside curve there, really, really tidy so far.
And the piece is now gone, Cav, because there's Rando.
God help us. You always hear Rando before you see him. Good evening, Rando. A little bit tentative there from Kimi, but tidy so far. Let's see how he handles 10. We've no idea.
That's the famous Colin say, he's probably sandbagging this lap.
Yeah. 100%. Very tidy so far from Kimi. Seems really tight on his inputs. Everything very accurate, very deliberate. On the power early as well, through 12 there. Runs a little wide, but gets away with it. And it comes down now into 14 and 15. 2 turns technically here, albeit most people would treat it as 1. Power all the way to the line. How competitive will he be? A 28-1, wow. Only a smidge off of Tommy, so really good showing there from Kimi.
I think next is going to be Ghost Falcon.
Okay, let's have a look at him. Yet to post the time. The only driver from our 18 drivers. For anyone unaware, we're 9v9 tonight. 9 lads from LOI. 9, I'm assuming, lads from F1Liga.Slovenia.
So what can you do here, Mr. Ghost Falcon? 2 ghosts, so...
Yeah. Let's see how he does. Oh, a big snap of oversteer. He does well to hold on to the car. He doesn't invalidate, so he still might get a time on the board. But he'll certainly have thrown away at least half a second to a second the whole way down that straight. DRS wide open now. A 128.3 he still manages. Wow, that would have been very strong without that snap.
Just behind him starting a lap. Your mate Colin B. Calf.
Wow. That's a big assumption, but we'll call him my mate for now. As Colin down into turn 1, let's see how he does.
He loves an L green car, does Colin, with his Aston Martin.
Does. LOI livery looking very nice as well, the green and white. It's Colin here. DRS wide open. Brakes nicely. On the power early. How much of this curve will he cut? Perfect, half the car. And now how will he deal with downhill braking? Very nicely indeed. Carries a lot of speed through there. Gets on the power early, no issues with traffic. Good to see. Everyone well behaved so far. And he takes 10 beautifully. And TSM Burrito goes in with a 28.4, so knocking Colin B down a spot. So now we've 3 and 3 in the top 6, an even spread at the moment. Colin just over a tenth up as he crosses the sector 2 line. Let's see what he can make up.
And he get back ahead of, and he get close to Ghost Falcon here maybe.
Misses the apex slightly, but carries good speed. That won't have cost him much. This will be close. A 28.3. Very good from Colin. So goes back
Jinx has
into
gone to
P5
P8 there with that lap.
That's a great showing from Jinx. We should mention Jinx. Jinx, our tier 4 driver, stepping up. Obviously has made huge progress since his last LOI season in tier 4, so not looking out of his depth at all there. Representing very well. Here's Maglox, and Mags is 2 tenths up on the sector 2 line.
No, 9 Ghost has had a spin-a-rooney.
Happens to the best of us. And this is a track where it's easy to spin, particularly in race pace when the tyres start to heat.
Tommy 27.9.
Wow. Tommy already shown serious pace around here, and he'll have another run to come. I thought we might just creep into the 27s. We're well into them at this stage with Tommy, so great lap as Maglox at 28.2. So another really good lap from a League of Ireland contender as Jack Hirschens. LOI not Jack.
Into the
27s as well. So yeah, 2 drivers at the moment right up there. This is great from a League of Ireland perspective.
Richard Pitts.
Who else have we got in the lap?
Fanjo. He's just started, has he? No.
Banjo looks to have aborted whatever lap he was on.
Seabooks, I think, is on one.
Seabooks has done a 28.2 and he's out of ERS, so I would assume he's already finished that lap. Colin B back to the pits. Jinx now in sector 3 is, I assume, on his way in as well. He is. So let's see who else we have at the moment. We've Dylan propping up the leaderboard. So Fanjo, we'll watch a bit of Fanjo. Very popular man in LOI as he's preparing to start his next run. You'll notice his battery full on the bottom left there as he waits to start deployment.
I wonder now if Kimmy on this run, if he can split the 2 lads.
We'll keep an eye on him. He certainly seems to have a lot of pace. So here goes Fanjo. Is it? No. He gets out of this, so he's going to maybe go for one last run. Have we anyone on track?
Yeah, is P16 Balboa.
Let's go on board with Balboa.
Like Rocky Balboa, yeah.
Absolutely. It must be their equivalent to Budge. Everyone in every league has one lad wearing boxing gloves. We have boxing gloves Budge, they have Rocky Balboa. Let's see how he does.
Well, he's the only man on our lap at the moment, so...
Yeah, we're in that lull at the moment where everyone's waiting now for that last run when the track's at its best. Balboa is 300s down at the moment, so he has some work to do if he wants to jump the leaderboard. And in the top 10, 7 LOI drivers at the moment, so really good showing.
Oh, that was nice.
Very tidy from Balboa now as he comes down.
Yeah, so can Kajoko and Dylan get up there and get everyone of our lads in the top 10?
Yeah, they'll definitely be disappointed with where they are at the moment. Kimmy has started his next run, so we'll go on board with him in just a second.
Yeah,
for now, let's see how Balboa does. He's 3.5 tenths up, so this is going to be a nice jump for him. This could be top 10 territory. Let's see how his sector 3 is.
Yeah, he might. I think he could get Jinx here.
So Balboa. DRS open. What's his time going to be? He does a 28.1. Wow, he gained a lot of time. And now we go on board with Kimmy.
Kimmy do.
So Kimi is 800s up at the moment after sector 1. That'll get him closer to Jack, but it won't get him past him. But how much more time has he in this lap? Takes time really well. Carries so much speed through there. Takes 11 well. Just hugs that curb in 12 and 7th.
This will be his last lap, so what can he do?
Yeah, I don't believe we have a timing glitch, so you're right there. I make it 1:50 left in the session.
Yeah, so what can he do now? Last corner, much can he gain?
Very tidy, carries a lot of speed. This won't be far away.
Can he split them for now? He can. Just.
Wow. So Kimi at 27.92. 200ths off of Tommy. Absolutely, there's still one run in a lot of the LOI lads.
So Burrito's just starting a lap.
Yeah. We've Fanjo here. About to start his lap, I believe. This will be his final run. Yep, here he goes. ERS on, DRS open. Fanjo. Let's see what he can do. Down into turn 1. Flies down through the gears. Third gear, higher than most of what we've seen. Oh, he nearly loses the rear, but holds it well.
Balboa retires the pit, so he's happy.
Yep. Fanjo throws the car out wide. Carries a good bit of speed in fourth. Very tidy so far.
Oh, and there's Tias has gone to P4 there. So Ghost Falcon just takes it off him. So look at the times coming now.
Yeah, some really good efforts now from the Slovenian drivers. Fanjo at the moment isn't improving, so this may not be enough. So Fanjo goes to the second DRS line.
And Burrito's up on his time. Into sector 3 now. This might put him top 10.
Let's see what Fanjo's split is in sector 2. He's half a tenth up, so there's time in this for Fanjo. Checker flag is out, so any driver that crosses the line now, their business is done.
Next. What's he going to get for his last lap? Might get in the top 10. He does. Look at that, 27.9.
Oh, wow, by 3 thousandths.
Oh.
So let's see now as Fanjo crosses the line. And who's next from LOI, Willow? We've Fanjo up to P6 at 28 flat.
I think is it C-Bucks?
Let's have a look. It is C-Bucks. So what can C-Bucks do? He's 300ths up. Driving really nicely.
Then it's Colin behind him.
C-Bucks does a 28.1. Colin B coming to the line. He does a 28.3. Who have we got next?
I think is it Dylan? No, he's invalidated. So Jinx is on a lap. Maglox is on a lap.
We have Jack coming down. Second
Tommy,
last straight.
Yeah, Tommy's on the. I think Tommy has this in the bag. I think he's improving. So can Jack Herson's get on P3 maybe here?
And Jack does a 27.8. Tommy, what can he do?
This be a front 2 here for the lads.
Tommy takes it 27.7. Is anyone else able to interfere?
Here comes Maglox.
He crosses the line. His business is done. Joko's pitting. Colin, we know, is out. Jinx is out.
It, yeah.
I think that's us. So, wow, a front row lockout for LOI, but look right behind it. Third, fourth, and fifth wheelo, all from Liga.Slovenija. That's going to be a tough block to get past.
Good to see some of the lads in the top 10 there as well. So,
yeah, really good showing.
Tyre strategy for the lads as well.
Yeah, so really exciting session. Looked like from the first runs that it could be a cakewalk for League of Ireland, but not to be. Top 2 positions locked out, and then after that it's a really even split. 5 Slovenian drivers taking up the next 6 positions. What a session. This is going to be some race. So Wheelo, why don't you do us the honours of taking us down that order, mainly because I don't want to try pronounce half of these names.
Alright, so in P1 LOI Tommy, P2 LOI Jack Hersons, P3 we have Burrito, P4 for Kimi, P5 for Ghost Falcon, Fanjo in P6, T-Jas P7, Balboa in P8, Seabucks P9, McLock's P10, Colin P11, Kajoko's 12, 13 for Jinx, 14 for Richard, 15 for, I don't know how to say that, sorry, 16 for Dylan, 17 for Ghost, and 18 Pro Gamer. So, yeah, 17 of them are easy to pronounce.
Yeah, fantastic. I think we'll call him Siard. It looks to be, but listen, who knows? Who knows? As
we might as well call him Sergeant then or something.
Absolutely. We'll call him 43. Look, it's in there. That'll do us. Numbers don't change. There's safety in numbers. All right, so race screen to load up. Lads will obviously be picking their strategy, and the unusual, I suppose, and nice thing about this is that both teams are going to be working together here. So not only the two lads who have locked out the front row will be working together, but also all of the LOI lads I'm very aware are in a party. So they'll be discussing how they can best support each other, how to mix the strategies, how to split the strategies. So it's going to be very interesting. And of course, Slovenian drivers will be doing the exact same. Race conditions are dry, I should confirm. Should have let you know that earlier. We don't have any precipitation to worry about. We have a 7% chance of rain, which in the desert is about as high as it gets. So yeah, let's see what the lads decide to do. Medium hard, very, very common around here, but you can obviously do the inverse. You can also two-stop as well. It's maybe a soft, medium, medium. So let's see what lads decide to do. I'll ask you for prediction, Wheelo. I hope it's going to be a positive one from an LOI perspective. Who do you think might take the checkered flag first?
I think Tommy's looking strong. I think him and Jack PP too.
Let's get the tyres up there for the lads. I don't think you're far wrong.
I don't want to be biased, but I think...
Be biased. It's fine. You're allowed on this stream.
I think P3, possibly between Fanjo and Kimi, in my prediction. My opinion, but...
Let's see. Qualifying pace is one thing, race pace is another. So an interesting split. We have Tommy, Fanjo, Maglock's Colin and Dylan all from the LOI side going on the hard tyre. We've not Jack. We have Seabucks, Kijoko, Jinx all going for the medium yellow striped tyre, which our good man Blue Gunner, if he's watching, loves. And then
only two of the Slovenians in the back row are on the hards, the rest on the mediums, I believe.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody going for that soft tyre strategy, so everyone deciding one stop is the way.
It's just backed off a little bit here.
Yeah, so want to keep himself somewhat close. He's putting obviously a lot of temperature into those tyres for himself, but you would ideally like him to stay within 10 lengths. Looks to close it up now, which should be fine.
So, Cav, who do you think it's going to be on podium here?
I think... I just have a feeling that not Jack is going to win this race. I think Kimi will be second, and I think Tommy, with the contra strategy, he'll come in and third. I think that hard tyre is going to be hard to get working early on, but we'll see. We'll see how the race goes. Obviously, there's an awful lot that can happen, and we've 9 drivers from each side that aren't used to racing against each other, so let's see how they do. And we have Fanjo and Chas, TJ Ass, whatever you prefer, have been disqualified. I think we'll stick with Chas just for simplicity and explicitity as the drivers line up.
Here if Burrito or Kimi can jump one of the lads on the line here.
Yep, Tommy with those hards, he's going to have a tough time getting off the line. That softer compound will work in everyone's favour. As Burrito gets himself disqualified, that'll hurt his start.
Everyone else I think is okay so far.
Yeah, we're just waiting on Big Pro Gamer.
Oh.
Not the most Slovenian name I've ever seen, and he gets disqualified as we await the lights.
Same as our Richard there, you know what?
Yeah.
Right. Oh.
Let us see. So we've 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. It's lights off and power on, and we are away in Bahrain. Tommy gets bogged down, but Jack looks to get a good start.
Look at Kimi's ahead of Burrito.
Yep, and Kimi comes on the attack early on. As down into turn 1 we
Going on the
go.
outside of Jack Herson's.
And both LOI drivers holding position early on. We've contact down. That's Jinx. Yep, down the grid we have it. As Kimi on the attack here.
And there goes C-Bucks, is it? Or no, it's...
I think you're right, it is, yeah. And BVB and Ghost, yeah. So he falls to the back of the pack as we stay out with the front three here.
Kimi's very close to Jack Hurston's here, so...
Yeah, looking dangerous already.
Look at this now, though. All from Slovenia, from 3 to P7.
Yeah, so there's a lot of strategy at play here, and you wonder, as Colin lets Kajoko by, you wonder how many of the lads will actually work together. So Kajoko's sitting on those medium tyres. He does not want to be held up at the moment in behind Maglocks. So all those drivers will be trying to release each other where appropriate. Let's have a little look here at Kajoko and Mags. Will he release him? So lap 1, all drivers still present and accounted for. BVB09 Ghost has dropped well back.
Had that spin at the back.
Yeah, we'll see if he has any damage. His pace looks okay.
Is he going to burn all that ERS?
And Kajoko here, coming through on Maglocks, will he be? Yeah, he's burning. Maglocks lets him have it. No fight from him there.
Here comes Kimi around the outside of Jack Hurston's.
Oh, he spun him!
Contact! Oh, the two of them have hit each other, yeah. And that's going to allow Ghost Falcon up to P2.
And that leaves Tommy on his own, so Jack will not be happy with that.
So there, Kimi now is got the P4, he is.
And has he damage?
It's Jinx.
So Jinx struggling. Tier 4 man from LOI having a couple of issues early on.
So Ghost Falcon now to P2. Yeah. Burrito's up ahead as well, so...
So Tommy, now the solo representative from LOI in the top 6, and that's how quickly it can change.
Has a good little gap at the moment.
Got those hard tyres switched on early as Kimi looks to go past TSM Burrito, and he does. TSM doesn't fight it. Clear pecking order there.
I think the lads will be letting him through if he's their quickest.
Yeah. So, as we come to the end of lap 2, so far LOI only represented in the top 6 by LOI Tommy, but he is the man leading this race. Looking to compose so far. And it's really good for him on those hard tyres. He has free air. He has a small gap behind him. And he sets in another fastest lap so far. So let's have a look down the pecking order now. As Jack is the first man coming onto the back of a Slovenian driver. And Jack will be furious in that car. After such a good qualifying and such a good start. He's having a look.
Jack Hurston's, yeah, he's very close. Around the outside. No.
Tries to switch back, yeah. Really nice on traction. He looks like he has him. He does.
Oh, yeah, good move.
So Jack doing really well. Former LOI Tier 1 champ, of course. And one of our best hopes of a win out there today. Good to see Jack representing.
Midfield, obviously pretty tight, so Richard will have a bit of a train on him soon.
Yeah, so Kajoko now on the back of Chas. Will he be able to close that gap down?
I wonder now what will be the orders here with Kimi and Falcon.
Yeah. They have a bit of sorting out to do.
Kajoko, or C-Buck, sorry, with Richard. Very close.
Let's have a look.
Pro Gamer had a spin.
Yeah, not ideal for him, so he drops down the order.
Balboa might have a go on Burrito as well here. P4.
Balboa on Burrito. I love it.
But here he is, and look at Jack Hurston's behind. Here you go.
So this is going to get tasty. As Jack now gets another one down the straight, you would think.
Kimi on the fastest lap.
He's going to have a very narrow angle into turn 1, but he has track position. He should be able to ride this out.
Burrito holds, I think he does. Good space. Oh, beautiful.
That is incredible from Jack, how he held the car there.
Can Burrito hold on?
And they're really making Jack's life difficult, but Jack up the inside, he does well.
And oh, look at this behind Balboa and Burrito.
Yeah, Jack gets the move done beautifully. So that's another position.
And Jack closed the gap up now ahead. It's a beautiful little sequence there.
Yeah, so Jack starts now chasing down Kimi, who is still in behind Ghost Falcon, so no team orders there so far. And Ghost is just taking a couple of tenths out of Tommy, but nothing significant. Certainly not what you'd expect in the tyre difference.
Kimi did get fastest lap on the last lap there.
Yeah, he's looking quick and he's looking like he's been held up.
Closest battle at the moment is behind Jack Hurston, so...
Yeah, so Kajoko here on the back of Chas.
Oh, sorry to hear that the Slovenian stream has gone down.
No issue, lads, we have his coverage.
There's Johnny, famous Sligo man.
Yeah. I'll start throwing in some bits of Slovenian commentary now here and there just to keep all our lads happy, exactly. So, a huge DRS train here in the main straight.
Coming on Jack Hurston's. There you go. With the inside.
See how he does. Can you get us slowed down? He does. He just about avoids contact. Jack looks to have the better exit. But yeah, here he comes. Jack has no DRS to save himself with. Oh, he taps him again. That's really poor from Burrito. And that's another incident for Jack. He's having no luck so far.
Falcon's put a bit of a gap now between Kimi and catching Tommy now.
Yeah. And Tommy has seen his lead eroded just by another few tenths.
Dylan's been out, and Dylan, just got overtaken by Gamer there.
Yes, at the moment we have the cars pretty much in sequence, 2nd to 6th. F1Liga.Slovenija.
Here comes Kajoko on upside the inside of Burrito.
Or Liga.Slovenija, should I say?
Oh, no, he holds on to it. He's still on the inside, Kajoko. Oh, that's not a good place for it, but he gets it done. Great move.
Yeah, Burrito tries to come back. He's already had contact with Jack. Let's see what he does here. Oh, that's poor.
And now look at this behind him. Glocks Fanjo. This is going to end well.
3 wide here. Maglock's up the inside. He gets the 2 of them.
Who's going to get the DRS though?
Oh, and both LOI lads getting in each other's way there.
Look at that in the background. Jack Hurston's might have all of them.
And here comes Jack. Can you get 4 of them? It's going to be the last of the late breakers. We're 4 wide into turn 1. There's not enough space for this.
Again.
Jack on the outside line here. He's going to have a run at Burrito, yep. And Burrito, you can see his Christmas tree light flashing. He's going to be easy prey for Jack.
Half time for Burrito in tier 2 next season.
Oh yeah. Be another man that can spin me.
Oh, he's hit the back of Jack Hurston's there.
Yeah.
Damage, so.
For the 2nd time tonight.
Kimi's dropped off a bit now, so.
Yeah, so Kimi not having the race pace we expected. Burrito gets out of shape. Will Fanjo get him here? He has a run.
I think they're just going to be wise and wait for the straight, yeah. Oh, Fanjo goes way wide.
Yeah, very wide indeed. And that allows a few people through.
Just to get through. He's going to get Colin through.
Looks like he might. Colin's right on the back of him here.
Now down to 1.2 up front.
Yeah, so 6 laps in, and a lot has happened, but the running order out front remains the same.
Falcon's nearly in DRS range now, Tommy.
Yeah.
Now Balboa is close to Dijas. Who now, look at this, behind Richards, looking at C-Bucks there.
Yeah, as Falcon gets into Tommy's DRS, so Falcon now chasing them down.
Oh, C-Bucks and Colin B, yeah.
We'll stay out front for now, as we watch Falcon trying to catch Tommy. All his mediums will still be in a nice place for now. Probably about 24% wear at that. Usually about 13 laps, I believe, from a set of mediums. Maybe a little less, depending on what strategy and how aggressive you want to go.
Don't think Tommy be too worried if he does get by him.
No. No, Tommy knows he's in for the long game here. And so far driving very nicely. Very, very nicely. So yeah, Balboa on the back of Chas. Seems to be getting held up, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I think maybe they should be switching there. Looks like, because Balboa is the quicker driver.
Yeah, team game might be something they should consider.
Tommy's nearly out of DRS range as well.
As Jinx gets Dylan.
It's Ghost Falcon. Yeah, he just has the DRS. Just. How much will he gain here on Tommy? No
That's the
DRS
question.
does Ghost Falcon.
Right, so Ghost Falcon down to 10%. Tommy sitting nicely on 25, a little more in the tank. But Ghost Falcon just churning away at that gap. Last time around, just took it 3/4 of a tenth out of Tommy.
Fanjos and Burrito, look at this.
Oh, and they're running each other hard here. He's going to have to be careful. Fanjo has it done. Burrito gives him a little tap. He's fond of a little love kiss. Is this Burrito? Fanjo gets it done though. And as Burrito taking the best out of those tyres, Fanjo seems to get a much better exit on those hards. Are we starting to see the hard tyre now cross over into life? And how susceptible will Fanjo be here on the DRS straight? He gets a great exit, so not at all. Maglox lets Seabucks through.
Down to 6'10". Oh, just about 7 tenths up front.
So the top 8 are all lapping in the 32s at the moment. Very impressive. Everyone else in the 33s except Dylan at the back in the 34s on the hard tyre.
It's no surprise Colin Bulger loves a spicy burrito. But anyways.
Absolutely.
Close. I think Burrito going to come back at Fanjo now. Nice. Fanjo's more ERS, so he should be covered.
Yeah. Quite quick in a straight line as Burrito though. He might have him on the second one.
Gotta be a Maglox. Is he going to go for it? He doesn't.
No. As we know, Colin very experienced, very steady. Won't do anything stupid, we know that for sure.
He's definitely next for a race win in my opinion.
Hopefully so.
Again, I think Balboa, and look, Jack hurt. This has allowed Jack to catch the two of them.
Yep. Those lads should be switching. Jack is going to catch them. You can just see the pace that Jack has. If it wasn't for that contact with 2 Slovenian drivers, he'd certainly be right up there with Tommy. Possibly even past him. And Kimi just hasn't had the race pace so far. Surprising for us all. I wonder, did he collect damage in that contact?
I think maybe, yeah.
Could have a little bit of front wing damage.
Balboa, I think is his chance now.
Yeah, he knows Chas is out of ERS. He sees the deployment light on. Letting them know the car in front is harvesting.
Here comes Falcon and Tommy.
Does indeed. Tommy goes slightly defensive. Falcon is going to shape him up. Tommy positions the car well. What sort of run might he have now?
Balboa is through. Finally.
And here comes Falcon. We'll stay on board with this one for now. This is important for the lead.
I think he's going to wait now for the next straight.
Yeah. So he's eroded that gap very quickly. A serious mushroom. Good to see you. Good to hear from you.
I think Falcon might have it done now soon.
Yeah, he's looking very racy. And well in that DRS.
I think you're right, Cav. I think when he pits, I think Kimi will be getting a wing change.
Yeah, it's not the pace we're expecting from him. Obviously, from the onboard. We can't see any physical damage, but that's not to say he doesn't have some light green, which
Jack Hurston's might be on
would
for a
affect
double
you heavily
overtake
here.
again on the straight.
Let's have a look at Jack, as Ghost might also be lining up Tommy, so we may need to flick back. Tommy's eking out that gap, but Falcon now at the moment
Burning all of his
is
ears.
having a look.
I think he might run out.
Here he comes. Here he comes.
Oh,
Oh, and there's a little bit of contact.
Little wheel banging, but I think he might have him here though.
And here comes Falcon. He's going to have another go. Falcon's up the inside. He's going to have position here. He's going to run Tommy wide.
Okay.
Leaves him the space though. Very fair driving from Falcon.
Has it?
And Tommy
Jack
has to see it.
Stuck the moment, but who's that? Seabucks on Burrito. Burrito up the inside though.
Yep.
Oh.
Two
Yellow
lads coming
flag,
through
that's
now.
Dylan. I'm sorry, is it Jinx? It is Jinx. My apologies to Dylan. Oh, still Seabucks and Burrito. There you go. Oh my god.
You could see it happening.
I could.
Could see it happening. He's had a lot of contact so far, and well, he finds himself once again in another incident. As we go back out front now, Tommy on the back of Ghost Falcon. He hasn't dropped away from him. And those hards will only get stronger over the medium the more laps we do.
Jack Hurston's might have a go here now. Kimmy's catching a little bit now.
Yeah, he's took a good 5/10 out last time around as these two are battling. Here comes Tommy.
I think can't have this back now.
Yeah, this is going to go on for a while, I feel. Falcon running him narrow, but he's not going to be able to fight it. Tommy has it done before the braking zone. Now that's important because the detection point for the next straight is just behind us there in the turn 1 braking zone. So now Falcon will have the honour. But will he have enough track to get him back into this section? He won't. And so Tommy will carry the honour now into the next DRS zone, you would think. Looking at January Sub-Zero. We'll have confirmation of dates etc. to come, but probably around mid-January, you would think.
And into the pits, Jinx, the first man in the pit stop.
Alright, so Jinx is in. Watching those LOI mechanics in their lovely white overalls. And he's retired. Okay, so Jinx vacates the race. That's a shame.
Look at Mr. Jack Hurston's now.
Yeah, so Jack all over the back of Chas. And you would think, as they get around onto the main straight, that Jack's going to be in a great position to launch one, if not maybe even two overtakes. And he still has time to recover, Jack. 17 laps to go. Long, long way yet. And he definitely has the pace. Just needs a bit of better luck now.
Oh, there's a spin for Pro Gamer.
Yeah. So let's see how Jack does. Jack is into the pits. So we have the first of our leading pack to come in. We assume he'll be straightforward onto the hards here. It is. Again, the mechanics go to work. Nice fluid stop. And where will Jack come out? Should come out in P13. 14th even. Dylan gets him there. So Dylan almost already a full pit stop behind at this stage. And Jack, most importantly, has some free air now to work with. So he'll be going for the undercut. As Ghost Falcon on the back of Tommy here. Did I just see an AI car out there? I might have. Could be the car of Jinx. So Falcon having a look at Tommy. But has he used the best of those medium tyres? And will Jack stop? Cause everyone else now to have to react. The medium runners. From 2nd to 5th are Slovenian drivers, and they're all on the medium compound. So will they come in this time around? We'll see.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, Jack will be looking to jump Chas and Balboa. Let's see if he can do it. They'll be the two you'll be expecting to potentially react here. Ghost goes around again, as does Kimmy, so he's in no hurry to come in, which would imply he may not have damage that's too difficult. Chas straight in, Balboa stays out.
Back up the inside of Tommy.
Yep. And they'll carry on this battle down now into the next straight. You're dead right, Mushroom. Fanjo does need to take the finger out. You are correct.
So let's see where Jack Hurst comes with the lads.
Yeah. So here comes Jack now. And Jack hasn't gotten the jump on Chas. He's actually got Pro Gamer in between, who hasn't yet stopped. But that's going to be a little buffer for him as well. As Jack now is going to go a long way around here, is he? He'll look for the switch. Yes, beautiful. Sent his man to Tesco's. That is a great move from Jack. And thankfully no bump from this time for his troubles. That's brilliant driving. Now he's going for Chas. And now with the heat in those hard tyres, can he close in on Chas here? So not Jack. It's close to within half a second here of Chas.
There you go, the two lads are in the pits.
Ghost Falcon and Kimmy.
Let's see, Kimmy
and Balboa, so they're all in this lap, the last of the medium runners.
Yeah, Kimmy, no wing change.
Okay, thanks for that, Wheelo. We'll stay on board with Jack here, who's having a look. And Jack gets Chas quite easily there. It looked like Chas lifted. Wanted nothing to do with it. Is he giving them the DRS? Let's see. Here's the fastest lap for Not Jack, so you can see the pace he's carrying.
Yeah, but T-Jas is coming on him.
Yeah. So Jack, right on the back of Balboa, and with cold tyres, Balboa is going to struggle to hold Jack off here. Here he goes. Gonna go all the way around. Oh, and Jack gets bumped again. And Balboa lets Chas through. Jack will be furious. Another incident doesn't go his way. He's great drive though. And Big Pro Gamer spins him, and I can't believe what I'm watching here. Jack has been incredibly quick all race, but once again finds himself at the back of an incident. Colin now at the moment hanging on to the back of Maglox. Balboa on the back of Chas. The only real battles we have. Richard on the back of Not Jack, but that's only due to Jack unfortunately being the victim of bumper cars. I think we might just have to accept it's not going to be Jack's day today. He's shown all the pace, but hasn't had any of the luck, unfortunately. So we watch Balboa chasing down Chas. So let's have a little look here. If Tommy was to pit right now, there wouldn't be much in it. He has a 25-second gap to Ghost Falcon at the moment, and 26 to Kimmy, so Tommy in a good position. Will have the faster medium tyres for that last stint. Yeah, it's a tough day for Jack, lads. Hasn't gone his way at all. Unfortunately, seemed to have been a target.
Ghost Falcon, yeah, at the moment is the highest of the fresh runners, so.
Yeah, so he's going to be the one that's racing Tommy. The question is, where will they come out relative to each other? Tommy will probably come in the next lap or two, so let's see when Tommy comes in where he ends up. Unfortunately, none of the LOI lads are close enough to Ghost Falcon to provide any sort of
Colin B in the pits.
stopper in the bottle. Yeah, Colin and Maglock's both in. As is Dylan now as well. So they're all going to be switching on to the faster yellow mediums. So a little bit of field spread. What's interesting this time, Kimi right on the back of Ghost Falcon, looking really quick on the hard compound. In his DRS all of a sudden. So is Kimi coming to life for this last third of the race? We'll see. Did Ghost Falcon have a wing change? As far as I'm aware, Jono. You might have a look at that, Wheeler.
Sorry?
You might have a quick look. Jono's just asking, did Ghost Falcon go in for a wing change? Because he's lost an awful lot of time to Kimi there, so you might just check that in the race director if you don't mind. Did he get a new front wing? Yeah. Just so we know. Just so we keep the people happy, particularly Jono. We don't want to upset Jono. So, Kimi now in the DRS. Will there be a switch around as Fanjo pits for his mediums? So he gets going. Where will he come out relative now to the top 6 or 7? So Fanjo might have got the jump here on Chas and Balboa.
Yeah, he did have a wing change.
He did. Makes sense. So Fanjo trying to warm up those mediums. And that track position for him is very important. He can set after now top 5.
That's Colin and Pro Gamer, is it? Yeah.
Okay. I see Colin dropping down the order there. Yeah, Fanjo looking pacey on those mediums already.
And Tommy pits.
So here we go. Tommy coming in for his compound change. This will be close, but Tommy should be very close to the third and fourth here. Ghost and Kimi as BVB goes past again. So Ghost gets him. And you can just see in the distance there Tommy's car. So Tommy holds on to it. And now on the faster medium tyre is in a great position to see out this race. Oh, and a snap for Ghost. And he lets Kimi go, does he? He does. Okay. So a switch around for the Slovenians.
Yeah, Seabucks and McLocks are close as well.
Now I wonder, BVB has done 18 laps in those hards. Is he being left out there as a potential banana peel for Tommy? We'll see. I don't think Tommy will have too much trouble dispatching him anyways. Certainly a track where overtaking is possible in a whole host of areas. But let's see. Tommy won't be long getting those mediums up to temperature.
Yeah, it's interesting to see now how long Ghost is going to go on the hards.
Yeah.
He planning to do softs here?
He could be trying something different. Nothing to lose given the position he was in. Just keeping an eye here as Chas starts to fall back from Fanjo. Fanjo now has those mediums in their operating window.
But only 2 lads have to pit. Obviously Gamer's got to pit as well, so
unlucky jinx. Happens. It happens. Well done on representing.
Yeah, Falco's staying in the behind Kimi here.
Yeah.
So
I wonder will they work together now at the DRS?
same with Balboa and Tejas behind Fanjo, who's just done the fastest lap.
Yeah. So responding to Mushroom's call to get the finger out, and he certainly has. He's got the foot down.
Oh, Burrito had a snap. That'll allow Colin B to go straight by him. Thank you.
Yeah, does indeed. Well, Burrito had come back at him. If recent history is anything to go by, he might.
Now Tommy's on the back of Ghost, but how quick now can Kimmy and Falcon? Damn hards now.
Yeah, this is the thing.
Tommy's fresh mediums, you know.
Yeah, and Tommy needs to clear Ghost because the advantage he has will be eroded very quickly otherwise.
That was pretty spread out now in the field.
So. Yeah, no safety cars, which has been great to see. Nice clean racing.
Yeah, I think Tommy will have this done now.
In the main. Minus one or two questionable driving styles. So Tommy, less than 3/10 now between him and Ghost. With DRS down the main straight, surely it's only a matter of time.
Yeah, I wonder if Ghost is going in the pits here. He's not.
No, he's going for a soft stint.
But he will be getting breezed by here.
Well, he seems quite quick in a straight line, doesn't he? Tommy now, he's going to hang this all the way around the outside.
Ghost will still fight it though to try and help his lads out.
Yeah. Oh, and Ghost has spun.
Oh, he spun. Let's be careful.
And Tommy's released, which releases Kimmy as well into P2.
T-Buck's up the inside of McLock's.
Yep. Ghost still recovering here, so Fanjo's released.
And into the pits finally comes Gamer.
Yeah.
So he goes. Another set of softs, there you go.
So, softs will make it from here. 6 to 8 good laps in them.
After that spin, Ghost will definitely be in this lap.
Yeah. He went way too far on those hards, and he fought Tommy too hard as well there, outbroke himself and ended up into the side.
At the moment, the battle's for second here.
Yeah, Balboa on the back of Chas at the moment, hanging on to his fellow countryman. And Falcon hanging on to the back of Kimmy pretty comfortably as well at the moment. No other real battles though.
No, not at the moment.
Maglock's here in these mediums. He's going to be right on the back of Seabucks, who was also on the back of Ghost, who we expect will veer into the pits this time around.
Yeah, looks like Falcon doesn't want to go by El Kimmy here.
Could be a little bit of pecking order.
Yeah, sure.
Been called there.
Into the old pits.
Yeah, away he goes, releasing Seabucks and Maglocks. And the unfortunate not Jack.
Seabucks are close to the lads here now. Before the end, so wonder.
Certainly looking quick. And Fanjo continues to make a dent in Falcon's race pace as well, but probably doesn't have enough laps left.
Yeah, he's just sit behind Kimmy here, I think.
And so far, Tommy has drove a pretty flawless race.
Yeah, he stayed out of any incidents, which is the main thing.
Absolutely.
Battles for 5th and 7th as well.
Yeah, so if there is a disappointment for LOI at the moment, it's that there's not enough of those green cars occupying the top 6 positions, but the main position, the one that matters, is the top step.
The mighty Burritos catching Kijoko.
That is the most robust burrito I have ever seen.
I'm sure you'll see him again.
Well, I hope I won't see him on track, put it that way. As we see now, Kimmy coming onto the main straight, and he's 3 seconds behind Tommy, so he definitely doesn't have the pace right now.
We'll have a pass. Balboa is going to be passed. Ejas here.
Yeah, and speaking of which, Ghost has been released by Kimmy. They've done a switchback, so Ghost is going to try catch him. Yep, another switch as well. Chas lets that one go. And as I said, the interesting thing here is that the next detection zone is in the braking area for turn 1, so now Chas will have an opportunity to come back at him. So we'll know quite quickly if it's team orders or not. No effort to burn, so you think he's happy to just sit behind for now.
I think Kimmy's happy with his P3 here, just to...
Yeah. Maglock's now hanging on to the back of Seabucks on those faster medium tyres. Will we see any team orders at play there? They're only 2.4 behind Chas. There's time to catch.
So Maglock's and Seabucks are close.
Yep, Maglock's on the back of him here.
Seabucks though at the moment, I wonder can he catch T-Gas and Balboa here with their little bit of fighting is kind of made him close a little bit.
Yeah. Last time around, Tommy 31.4, Ghost Falcon at 31.5. So Tommy has the pace here. He's just managing this race right now. Kimi 31.7 doesn't seem to have the pace at the moment either, although he did let Falcon by. So let's see what they are this time around.
Maybe he's not coming from them hards. Yeah, will T-Gas come back at Balboa?
So Tommy's 31.4 is met by a 31.2 this time by Falcon. So 2/10 out of him. Yep, Maglock's on Seabucks.
We've also got Burrito on Kajoko.
So you'd imagine Maglock's has been released there to chase down Chas, and if he doesn't, maybe Seabucks will be given the position back before the end of the race. So yeah, the top two in the 31s at the moment. Kimi doing a 32.1, so he's way off the pace of the top two at the moment.
The lads have got Fanjo.
Yeah. Have indeed.
So
Fanjo must have had a mistake, a 33.4 last lap to a 31.7 by Balboa, which is incredible pace. He's right up there with the top two in terms of pace at the moment.
T-Gas. No wing.
And that releases Maglock's and Seabucks. So, oh, and we have a VSC, so this will be interesting. Nothing major to be gained here, you would think. But we'll wait and see. No penalties at the moment, folks, just to confirm. And fastest lap currently held by Tommy. With a 30.8. Dylan got 5 seconds for exceeding track limits. Just as I said, no penalties.
You jinxed the jinxinator.
I did. Course of the Cav, my goodness. And there'll be plenty more of that when LOI gets back in January. Let's see now, when will we get green? And will anyone be over the Delta?
Oh, Colin B, drive through.
We're back green. And Colin, that is an awful amateur mistake.
At this level, Cav.
At this level, absolutely, Wheelo. You wouldn't expect to see it. And just as well there's not 2 races, because you'd have to think Colin would need to be dropped from the roster. Now, who else have we got? We have Kimi hanging on to the back of Ghost Falcon, who has stolen a little bit of Tommy's lead.
And Balboa is through on Fanjo.
Good evening, Mayo. Good to see you in the stream. Nothing as far as I'm aware yet, Mayo. Just the one-off race today.
This battle for 4th is going to get spicy now. Because the 2 lads have joined it.
Yeah, so Balboa has gotten Fanjo, who really seems to be struggling. I wonder, is he taking damage? Nothing obvious. But yeah, Maglock's now on the back of Fanjo. And again, if Maglock thinks he has better pace, will they swap around? Fanjo, for whatever reason, seems to be struggling. Oh, and he gets out of shape, Balboa, so can Fanjo get a run on him now? Fanjo doesn't seem to be born in any ERS either, interestingly enough.
A bit closer there, but doesn't want to go for it. How can Fanjo get this done?
He's not burning.
He's a full battery apart from Balboa's empty
Yeah.
ERS tank. You have to do a funny guy here and just burn it all.
Fanjo lines him up nicely, takes a nice tight apex to get on the power early. He's going to have a great run here. And now he's using his battery and DRS. He's going to have this done really early. Can Maglock's follow? He's a bit too far behind. He's the best seat in the house though. And Fanjo gives him
He's gone off track.
just as entitled width. Ooh.
Oh, that was close.
Yeah, Balboa won't like that one. And we'll see now if those boxing gloves come back in Fanjo's direction.
Now, you need to get P5 here. going nearly into the back of Fangio there, that was close. But here he comes now on Fangio.
Yeah, Balboa's going to have to go the long way around. Fangio defends well, positions the car really well.
Yeah, Fangio can save all his full ERS here, so because Balboa was burning it behind him in corners, which is not ideal.
So here comes Balboa now. That's great drive on Fangio. Fangio lets him have it.
All that battery, so can Maglox now follow Fangio here?
Fangio steals the DRS line, very clever. He's going to take him back. And it's going to be a comfortable overtake from him. And now Maglock's a little bit closer. This is going to be an interesting one. Through the next sequence of corners. Maglock takes a really nice tight line. Early on the power again. But he doesn't have the ERS available to him that Fangio had. And you can see the difference it makes.
I think Maglock might get him before the end here, proving by this.
Yeah, he's looking quick.
Burrito's stolen a point from Kajoko, who he's hit off the track.
And Chas just takes the fastest lap. Puts on a set of softs. The last stint of the race.
Does.
And Kimi has caught up the Ghost, but most importantly, Tommy holds that advantage out front there.
I think them two are just happy with the podium here.
Yeah. Doesn't look like anyone has an answer to Tommy's pace today. Jack might have, but Jack unfortunately had a day to forget in terms of roll of the dice. He was literally in the wars. He was in Al Mazra with Mayo there.
He's like you or I get ping ponged around the track.
Yeah.
Now, can Maglox have a go here?
Actually looks to be falling back.
Does a little bit.
Has he used the best of those mediums, you'd wonder? We'll see.
And Balboa's gonna... Yeah. I think he might just be able to keep it if he sticks behind Fangio.
Balboa will be looking to come back at Fangio here, but I don't know if he has the pace. Fangio might be in a good position here to protect that P4. Has plenty of battery left to work with as well, and he only has 2 laps to go as Kajoko pits. Not sure the rationale here, but we'll see.
Interesting. It's 5 on 5 in the top 10 between the two leagues.
Yeah.
So, and Kajoko pits, he might just steal fastest lap. Why not?
I won't read that one out, Jono, but I appreciate it. Yeah, Jack's done a really, really good job to keep his head and even PA from all the contact and bruising he's had. Is an exceptional drive. Great to see Jack out there. And it's a real shame, Wheelo, we shouldn't forget Ice Cold Andy, one of our own best. Couldn't make it today, but the reigning champ, absolutely. Apparently unwell today, and we send him our best. Is that C-Bucks? It is. Yeah.
I think Richard might just get up. No, he should be alright, but anyways. Now it's just McLaughlin on Balboa.
So have we any more battles on this last lap? It's Tommy. Let's go on board with Tommy for the last lap. He deserves it. He's drove a great race. And looks like he's going to do LOI proud today.
And TJ's on his fresh softs right in the back of Dylan.
Yeah. Dylan will make that car nice and wide, I'm sure. Tommy just has a sequence of corners remaining as he gets into the sector 2 hard now.
Yeah, he's managed to stay out of all that trouble and just, you know, done his own thing. That's the main thing.
Yeah. As Tommy now comes through turn 10 for the last time. The last time he has to navigate that tricky left-hander. Now down to 11.
I'll have the podium, but Kimmy's been closer in this lap.
Yeah.
Might have a battle to the line with these two for P2.
He might indeed. As Tommy coming through 12 now into 13. Just one braking zone to come.
And for us, he has done it.
He has indeed. And I'm sure I'm not the only one to say we're all very proud of the performance Tommy's put in. A flawless race as he crosses the line to win the Bahrain Grand Prix. He takes P1, Ghost Falcon taking P2, and Kimi closing out the podium in P3. Fanjo coming to the line now. Looks like he has it in hand. He does. And P4 for Fanjo. Balboa coming to P5. Maglock's right behind him in 6th. Not Jack. After a day playing Call of Duty instead of F1, he is P7.
C-Bucks 8,
C-Bucks gets across the line in 8th, yeah.
Somehow gets a point.
Yes, Stewart's inquiry to follow, I'm sure, but Burrito does take P10.
Dylan going to go for the inside.
Dylan is, all the way to the last. These two are racing.
Oh, I think on then fresh off, so he'll have a T-Jazz just.
He will. Gives Dylan a little wiggle for his troubles, and as Dylan with his 5 seconds would have lost out anyways. Big pro gamer.
Kajoko, who's looking to get the fastest lap, yeah.
And then Colin B, this guy. So, technically Jinx was the last of our LOI candidates, but on track, Colin does finish last of the representing drivers who crossed the line. Steals the fastest lap. I'm giving him no kudos for that, as Sierrd, or 43 as we decided to call him earlier,
finished us off.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, what do you make of all of that?
Bit feisty, wasn't it, with bumper cars, but nah, look, it was a good watching.
Was.
Sure there'll be more countries to battle in the future, hopefully.
Absolutely. We'll leave that one down to the owners, but I'm sure you're dead right. They'll be looking to organise either a rematch or a battle against another country. So, Tommy, doing the business and keeping calm while doing so. Never looked troubled at all. And we see the Irish flag there on the top of the podium.
There, you know?
Stayed out of trouble, and most importantly, had the pace. Had so much pace in hand. That first stint staying out front on the hards was key for him, I feel. And we might see if Tommy might come in and have a little chat with us.
Why not?
And if you don't mind, Wheelo, once again, you might take us down through that full order.
No problem. Let you do the race director. So, P1, LOI Tommy, P2 for Ghost Falcon. Kimi finishes off the podium in P3. Fanjo in P4. Balboa was P5, McLaugh's P6, Jack Hurson's P7, C-Bucks P8, Richard P9, and Burrito the last point. Ghost P11, T-Jazz P12, Gamer 13th, Dylan P14, Kajoko P15, Colin P16, 43 17th, and Jinx was P18.
Great, beautifully done, Wheelo. So let's see if we can get a few minutes with the main man. We would love to talk to him. I'm sure everyone would like to hear from him. We haven't done this in quite a while, and we won't have obviously any race until January, so let's see if we can borrow Tommy for a couple of seconds. You might see if you can add him to the party there, Wheelo. Actually, did I find him? I think I might have. Now, unfortunately, I don't have that lovely LOI livery to look at. I wasn't part of the clan that got their hands on it, but we'll go in and look at something. Well, what a race from Tommy.
Yeah.
Really cool. Really calm. Seemed completely untroubled the whole way. And speak of the man of the hour, Tommy, are you with us?
As well.
Ah,
Can you hear me?
we can hear you loud and clear. Thanks for coming in to us. Fabulous watch. Serious drive. Start from the start. Tell us about everything. There's a lot to talk about, but first of all, you're qualifying. How did that go for you?
Qualifying was good, yeah. It's three very consistent laps that I set, which is normally it's normally two and then maybe mess up one, but I was happy with it because it was three actually, like I improved gradually on each lap, let's say, you know. So yeah, and I was obviously delighted to get Paul, and then obviously it was good to have Jack like beside me, kind of a bit of
Yeah.
security or whatever. Do you know what I mean? There's not someone proper fighting you into turn one, you know.
Yeah.
From the race start, obviously I went hard. I
Tell
don't
us
know.
about that.
I just felt with obviously the track being Bahrain, I think there's less of a chance of safety cars than other
Yeah.
tracks. You know, obviously the walls being kind of far away from the circuit, and then obviously the quality of drivers as well. I wasn't really expecting many people to actually spin and lose the car and retire, so I was hoping that like came true. Do you know what I mean? And thankfully it did. From the start, kind of got a good start actually. Considering I was on the hards, you know, I thought I might just go backwards, you know. Um, yeah, and then I don't know what happened. Jack was behind me, and one of the lads, Slovenian lads, attacked him into, I think it was turn one on the second lap, and fortunately both of them came off worse, and that kind of gave me like a 2 second break, let's say, 2 second gap.
Yeah.
And there was a lad, Ghost Falcon, I think his name was off the top of my head. He just kind of was on the medium, just kind of reeling me in just slowly.
That's right.
Had one or two battles with him, got eventually the hards kind of the overturn or whatever you want to call it, that happened, you know. And I managed just to keep in front of him, and then I was just trying to not make any silly mistakes, you know, just try to keep the car on the track. And then obviously boxed lap 18, went on to the mediums and just tried to control it. Yeah, just the pace was, especially for the first 3 or 4 laps, was quite substantial on the mediums than it was in the hards. You know, the gap was fairly big, so yeah, just controlling obviously to the end, you know, sort of trying to rob the fastest lap back. So
Yeah.
one of their lads robbed it back, but it was about 3 or 4 tenths off. Just tires just not in the best condition, you know. But no, happy with how the race went, you know.
Brilliant. And obviously early on, been out front on the hard tyre. I mean, you're in a great position. How quickly did you realise, I suppose, you were in prime position to win, or how quickly did you think you'd got a real good shout of actually taking the checkered flag yourself?
Like I was worried about the start, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I might get swamped at the start, you know, 4 or 5 cars.
Yeah, on the harder compound.
Yeah, so when the 2 second gap came where Jack and I think it was Kimmy, or I can't remember his name off the top of my head, when them two came together. After that, I kind of got the little break, and that's when it kind of clicked to me. I was like, okay, I've got actually a solid chance here now. If I just don't make any mistakes and just keep my head and keep the car on track, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be looking well at the end, you know.
Yeah, and obviously it was a shame to lose Jack. How much of a factor did you think it might have been that the two lads in second and third could work together, and I suppose you were kind of left out to dry on your own out front?
Yeah, it was a factor, but there was only really one of them who was close to me. The other lad kind of he was kind of just static around 3 seconds. He wasn't really
Kimmy, yeah.
Kimmy, yeah, correct. So it was more of a 1v1. If it had been a 2v1, yeah, I was worried that like, you know, they could have got the elbows out and things could have got a bit aggressive, but no, it wasn't the case. You know, thankfully one of them wasn't, you know, let's say he couldn't get up to us, so it was just a 1v1, which is, it's fair, you know.
Fair game.
You just got the battle then, you know. Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Brilliant stuff. Well, great result overall, Tommy, and obviously from an LOI perspective, we're trying not to be biased on this stream, but we're going to be biased anyways. Well done. We're delighted to see you obviously win it, and obviously sets you up very nicely, I assume, for coming back to LOI sometime in January.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's nice to come back. I've been off the game altogether. You know, I needed a break. The end of the last season was a bit disappointing, so it's nice to get a win, come back, and hopefully start again. You know.
Exactly. Give you the hunger to come back in January and get some more under your belt. I'm sure we'll see you in obviously a few weeks. You're obviously going to be in Tier 1. We know that, so no big great surprises there. But the fun for everyone else will obviously start now, trying to work out what team and what tier they're going to be placed in. So yeah, looking forward to it, obviously, like yourself, and I'm sure you are as well, Wheelo.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Can't wait to get back to it. Right, well, listen, this has been us. Thanks very much for joining me, Wheelo, as always. It's always a pleasure to have you in the box beside me, and your insight is obviously very knowledgeable, so well done to you. And Tommy, once again, well done on the win, and well done for representing LOI. Lads, this has been the exhibition race. Hope you've enjoyed the coverage. Apologies, the usual lads aren't here, but you just stuck with me as a once-off, so we'll of course see you very early in January, I'm sure, with the likes of the teams and tiers being released. But until then, bye-bye for now, and good night.